They're about to headline our very own V Festival. It's Tom and Serge from Kasabian. How you doing, guys?
Hello, mate.
Thanks.
It's pretty hot.
It's lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You were just telling me earlier, you're all about the rain, though.
Well, I like the sound of the rain, you know, because my dad's Irish, so that's why I like it.
But you guys are all right. We're not roasting too much.
Well, that's Sergio.
You're right. You've got a hat. You're prepared. You're prepared. Nice, lovely. Guys, let's talk about firstly like the last 12 months, because it's been a year since you released your last album. What a fantastic year it's been. Obviously, #1 album, headlining Glasgow as well. Just before that, and you got awards, the NME, Q Awards. How does the last 12 months stand up against previous years in Kasabian?
In a lot of ways, it's been the best yet, because usually, like 10 years down the line, everything starts to wind down. You know? But we've kind of gone the other way.
Yeah.
Sort of getting bigger, and everything's sort of. You know, you don't usually win any awards on your 5th record. Everyone sort of leaves you behind. You know, they weren't interested in the first 2. You know? So yeah, it's been incredible, man. Yeah, it's been amazing. When
you've had 12 months as busy as you guys have had, do you get a chance to sort of take it in, or have you just, is it in your stride now? Do you just go with it?
You know, the thing is, you have to look on YouTube and watch it for yourself. That's what I do, and I think Serge does it as well every now and then. But the thing is, we're so busy, and it's gone. You know, Glastonbury was gone, Leicester was gone. And the only way to relive it is by looking on YouTube and, you know, looking back on that, you know, period of our time.
It's quite a lucky thing to have, because you think there are certain bands from 20 years ago that don't really have that, do they? Whereas you guys, I mean, your entire career is documented for you.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily sure it's a good thing, though. I kind of prefer... No? I mean, well, I was thinking about this the other day, and, you know, if you're first starting out as a band, there's probably, maybe my first couple of years together, 97, there's probably 3 photos in existence, and I'm really happy about that. No one needs to see any more than
He's
that.
got no beard, by the way, back then, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But if you're starting out now, then, you know, you're pretty much documenting everything, you know, from videos and photos, and, you know, you've already built up thousands of kind of, you know...
Made a movie or whatever,
stuff,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I sort of like the mystique, I like the mystery, you know, I like sort of, you know, the idea that you can only ever see like 2 or 3 gigs on there. The fact that you can see everything, just, it's overload of information.
Okay.
I prefer if you just be able to see like a couple of things.
Right. Do you get anxiety from it? Does it mean like every time you go out now, or any time you take to the stage or do an interview, you sort of think, I need to be careful what I'm wearing, what I say, because this is going to be documented?
Yeah, of course.
You can't get a murder nowadays, can you? So,
you turn the world into espionage. It's everyone's spying on each other, man. It's crazy.
Yeah. Let's go back. It's true. We're all being watched. Being watched by Google, as you guys said. Let's talk about the record, because, like you said, it's been a year now. Do your feelings towards a record change with a bit of time? Do you still listen to it now, and do you feel that same thing when you first released it? This is sort of going with all your records here. When a bit of time passes.
I mean, I suppose when we play it live, we sort of relive it, you know, every night, you know. Because obviously when you first play new tunes, everyone's a bit like, you know, not sure. And after 6 months, it just goes insane, and it's sort of that pride, and you go, yeah, it's great, you know. Like things like Bumblebee now, like when we first play it, and Vlad, I always think of Vlad. When we first played Vlad, everyone was confused. And now, if you see it, it's like, you know, it's insane. I don't necessarily see a tune like that in my life, you know. And Bumblebee's kind of getting that same thing, you know, when people have had a record a year, they start to realise and get into it like nothing else.
Yeah. Are you working on any new material now? It must be due an album, is there something in the works?
Always working, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Never stop?
Never stop.
Never stop. But is there anything specific you think that's going to be album number 6 at all?
I mean, writing, you should enjoy writing. That's what you should do. Just when you've got enough tunes to put a record out, then you put it out. But you guys, this is me trying to do my best presenting journalist style skills. You guys haven't specifically started? Not yet. No.
He's always starting. He's got loads of tunes.
Yeah.
He's Pete Townsend. He's the leader. So there you go.
Okay.
That faith, complete faith in Sergio.
And do you think you'll probably be back on production duties as well? Do you think? Again, is that not fully decided?
Maybe. I'll definitely be involved in some capacity. But I quite like the idea of, you know, rolling out with some maniac somewhere, see what they've got to do.
Yeah? Anyone in mind, do you think, at all?
Probably me.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Tom's dad.
Yeah, my old man, yeah.
be a nice combination with it.
Yeah, he's good.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's an incredible man. Anyway.
When you guys are writing, how do you keep that pressure to one side so that you guys can just focus on the writing and not worry about, can we get another number one?
Well, you do your best to shut it out, Listen, you know in your heart if you've made a decent something, it's great. That's all you can do, You should never make anything artistically for awards or sales. You should make things that make you happy, that you think are great, and also that you believe that they'll last forever, Any one of our albums, when it's finished, we truly believe in 20, 30 years it'll still be relevant, it'll still be worth going back to listen to. Now maybe, throughout history, all the albums I like probably were nowhere near the top 10, nowhere near the top 100, but you put them on now and they're so much better than anything that was released in that time. Great art will last forever, so that's all you've got to do is try and make what you believe in is great art, and then everything else
avoid the current trends.
Will sort itself out. It'll all happen, for a reason.
So September marked the 10-year anniversary, incredible, of your debut album. Firstly, does it feel like 10 years?
Do you know what? It doesn't at all. It's weird because I can still remember playing the Barfly in Camden with Serge when we were like 23 years old. It just, time just goes, man. Yeah. You got to enjoy every moment, haven't you, Serge? You reckon? You got to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's funny you say that because a chap up here was just telling us he remembers when you guys supported Cooper Temple Claws.
Oh, wow. Them old days.
Back in the day. Is there a lot of clarity of the early days? Do you remember them well, or is it all a bit of a blur now?
I think when you start talking about it, you can. Now, if you push me, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you a lot. But if we sort of have a few beers and just go, oh, remember that. Remember Wrexham with the Cooper Temple Claws, and you can sort of start to piece it together, but it's all a bit of a blur, it's all a bit of a haze, the whole thing.
We were a support band, weren't we?
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
Yeah. It's a big deal for us, though. We've got a mate to drive a...
Chili Palmer. What was the band, what was it called?
Is Chili Palmer a person? Or
No, yeah.
Was it Get Shorty?
Get Shorty, yeah.
Okay. No, we just got him to hire. We didn't have a van or anything, so we just hired a transit van. So dangerous.
Kind of sat in the back with a mat.
With quilts, and
really?
amps.
Or just
it was
anything
so
could fall on you.
Like, honestly, we'd drive at 3 in the morning. The geezers had no sleep, and we're in the back.
It was unbelievable, actually. It's like a white man van, literally, right?
Yeah.
And we're living in the back of it, so that's what happened.
That's it. In a weird way, do you miss those days of when you guys?
No.
Yeah, that's honest.
In a strange way, trying to find it was beautiful. The journey to try and get there and trying to win was the beauty of it. I think, in my opinion.
I totally agree.
When you first got your first number one, how did it feel for you guys at that point? Yeah,
absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Do you still get the same feeling now? Like I said, it's 4 albums down now, all been top of the charts.
I think more so in a weird sort of way. It's different, but more so because you don't want to break the chain. Now the pressure's on even more to get another one.
Yeah,
we've got
I agree with Sergio, because we live in a world of now all of a sudden it's this pop product, it's everywhere. It dominates music, and you get a number one, you're like, yeah, good on you. You know what I mean? Rock and roll is still alive if you want it to be. If that makes any sense.
10 years, it's such a long time, especially nowadays where so many bands, their careers are so fleeting. Album 2, a lot of them tend to be done. What do you think the key ingredient is to you guys and your longevity?
My personal opinion, and people might disagree, is just, enjoy what you're doing and write music. It's only music, innit, You got to remember, me and Serge been together since 17 years old. You're talking 16 years. That's a marriage, isn't it, Sergio?
No, it is.
Little kid, well, he knows, so, yeah.
I think, absolutely. Ideas as well, man. We've continued to have new ideas.
Yeah.
Not one album is the same as the last.
Yeah.
And that, I find, that transcending decades is the hardest thing to do. I remember when we put West Rider out and everyone went, well, this was your decade. It's not going to be easy, the next one,
Yeah, of
So that
course.
was the challenge. But it's like if you come up with new ideas, fresh ideas, keep it interesting, and people will come with you. You know, you might lose some on the way, but you'll gain loads on the way as well. You know, I think that's what you got to do. Keep it. Plenty of ideas, or else you're dead.
But like you said, it's all about, you know, keeping it fresh and you know, you might lose some on the way, but you guys seem to be, you know, after 5 albums, building more and more and headlining, you know, huge
We're
festivals. It
evolving,
hasn't
man. You know,
stopped
we're
for you guys.
evolving.
No,
Yeah.
it hasn't. It's been one hell of a trip, man.
And do you think it's the keeping it fresh that's connected with so many people?
Yeah, definitely. And a honesty on stage. We are. I mean, and bands do well when they're themselves. You know, when you can see through it, then that can last a few albums, and then people not interested.
Yeah.
If you're yourself, no matter what that is, you know. But if you're yourself, then people go with that, and that's, you know.
I think God put me in Surge on Earth to make music.
Yeah.
That's pretty much that. I can't say anything else. There's a reason why we do this, and you can't, you know, wish it or, you know, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that we're here for a reason, and that's why it works, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've heard you guys mention in interviews recently that any new material, any new album, it'll be like a new chapter. Have you approached every album a bit like that, would you say?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. From everything, from the artwork to the videos, everything. This is the next step, you know.
Yeah.
All our favourite bands have done that, you know. It'd be boring otherwise.
Yeah. Kasabian obviously is taking you all around the world. You've seen, you must have played pretty much every country. Is there anywhere that stands out for you as something that maybe unexpected? You're like, we really weren't expecting for it to go down like that there, or any moments like that?
Japan was quite shocking.
Yeah?
When we were younger, yeah. Because, you know, you turn up and these kids would be screaming for you, you know, like the Beatles or something. But yeah, it was all good. It was all good. It was just you know, to travel the world and see, you know, different cultures and stuff. You know, you know, your mind changes, doesn't it, Serge?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite place to play?
Japan.
Yeah, so definitely just going,
Yeah,
just because it's wild.
It's lovely and hot there. You like it, yeah.
Yeah. It's not, is it? I don't know if you wish.
Sergio,
Yeah, no, it is. It's in the summer. Yeah, it's ridiculously hot.
Is it?
you can't breathe.
Yeah, it's
basically.
crazy hot. Yeah,
Really?
Yeah.
Because it's foggy, or?
They put them umbrellas up, don't they, to keep,
yeah it's,
you know.
it's intense, the heat there. I mean, recently we played Argentina, and that was unbelievable.
I was going to mention, because this is your South American tour as well. That's happened in the last 12 months.
Yeah.
And that's something that you guys, I mean, you went to places you've not been to before. I know you'd wanted to. You real? Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I missed the last one. It was devastating, but in a way, it sort of weirdly helped because it built up this huge sort of, you know, want for the band. You know. So we got there, arrived, and it was pandemonium. You know, in Paraguay and Peru, especially Argentina and Brazil as well. So mate, it was, you know, it's like that. It refreshes you.
Yeah.
It makes you
Feel reborn
yeah,
again.
like, because you know, especially you need to find things like that to keep you know, interested.
Do you find different countries latch on to different songs?
Yeah, massive.
Do they? Do you find there's certain ones that you think, right, we'll end the set with this one because it was a crowd pleaser in Germany or Australia, and then you go there and it's not got the same impact, but perhaps, you know.
And in the same way, most interestingly, most people get on the same tunes. There's a connection with the, you know, a big tune is kind of big everywhere. That's
Right.
So we're all not that different, you know. As much as we like to think we are, we're actually not.
So again, back to the music. So over the years, it's 4 #1 albums now. Is that correct?
Should have been 5. We were robbed.
You were close though, weren't you?
No,
you were
joking.
top.
No,
You were
no,
top.
honestly,
Right.
record,
Seriously,
so-
it's only, we were a baby band, weren't we? So
You couldn't even believe we were anywhere near the top 10 when that happened.
But it all happened so quickly at that point because you were, I mean, from a music point of view, from a fan's point of view, suddenly you went from sort of, I suppose it seemed like nowhere to, you
Yeah, it
know,
was.
top of the
No, you're
charts.
right,
You were
actually.
suddenly,
It was.
and it felt like from a music fan point of view, you
done
guys
a
had
lot of
come
work
out
on the
and
circuit, though,
I
you
mean,
know.
we were scratching around on a farm, you know, and being lazy and stuff. Means the band was, and then all of a sudden we think, oh, we've got a tour, right? You know, you got to go out, and you know, some gigs would be 2 people, some gigs would be 100, and then you think this is, you know, why bother? And then all of a sudden, I think it was Club Forgot to number 18 or 19. Me and Serge were in Camden, and we're celebrating. We're number 18, and that kind of stuff, you know. I don't think bands get that enjoyment anymore, you know, because we were only babies, you see, and Clubfoot's 18, and this red vinyl thing we had with the guy with the mask on, and we just went crazy, didn't we? Went mad.
Yeah.
And again, I go back to the thing of chasing it, you know, chasing the idea of you being famous or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It was built on playing at small venues, though, you know.
It was, wasn't it?
That are sadly getting shut down all over the place.
They are, aren't they?
But that was, you know, it was built on going to places like York and
Cardiff,
and you know, and Wolverhampton, and every night playing, and then slowly but surely, you know, you build up a little following.
The weird thing is, you think, is it going to tick? Is it going to work? And then when it does click, then you're gone. Yeah, they were good days. Remember that gig we had when it snowed, Serge? Where were we? Carlisle.
Oh God!
About 10 people to always view me because I put all the posters up with blue tack. And put a lot of it. It was a great gig, wasn't it? They had like arcade machines in front of us. Yeah. Did we like it?
I don't know. I don't remember it being pretty good.
It was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah.
About 10, 11
The 10
kids.
people that are there
Yeah.
enjoyed it. Is that just because they couldn't make it because
Well,
of the...
but that's how you learn, you know.
You don't really do the small venues now at all. I mean, the size of the arenas. I know that every now and then you'll do like maybe a special, warm-up shows. Well, how do you enjoy them compared to, say, playing the arenas or playing to 100,000 people?
Gigs are a weird thing. You can be in front of 80,000 people and feel completely alone, or you know, you can be in a small little venue and it not quite work somehow.
Do we like small ones?
But I mean, that's the thing. It doesn't
That's
really
what I
matter,
mean.
you know. Some days everything's the world's everything's in the right place, and it feels incredible. And it doesn't matter if you're in front of 50 people or 50,000. You know? It's just the day of the week, you know. Gigs, it's a strange thing, a gig, you know. When the energy's right, it doesn't matter where you play. If you feel it in your heart, it's incredible.
Do you find it hard to balance life in Kasabian and the tours and you know, because you guys are a busy band, is that hard to balance with family life?
Yeah, there's a natural, like, it's always hard to transition from, you know, 8:30 the night before playing in front of 80,000 and to 8:30 the next night sorting out your 2-year-old because he's doing nothing because he won't go to bed. It's like that transition's not easy, you know.
Yeah,
and that's every band, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You slowly get used to it, but it's difficult going from one to the other. It's not easy.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier when you were talking about #1 album stuff and awards as well that you kind of block out. You guys obviously in the last 10 years been nominated and won so many different awards. Are they important to you guys? I mean, I know you kind of sort of said you got to block these out, but surely there must be some that mean more to you than others.
One nice thing is validation. Like we never take enough time to sort of
sit back and go
celebrate.
Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
We don't do that. That's we don't do that. Me and
Because
so the band don't do that.
No, so it's an opportunity. We're actually off to win one now as we leave.
For charity as well, which is lovely.
Which is amazing, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's an opportunity to go. We did not stop working last year, and that album we made together was incredible. And sort of, so for that reason, there's something like it full stops a campaign or an album nicely, you know. Else it just passed you by and you go on to the next one.
Yeah.
So it has a way of kind of going, you know, well, that was what an amazing year. You know?
What I love as well, so just saying, we don't take time to say well done. We're in a mode, you know what I mean? So maybe we should say well done, you know what I mean? Give each other a hug sometimes, but we don't think like that. We're good people, you know. We mean well.
No, you seem it. You seem lovely. Well, like you said, that's probably part of the key. You know, 16 years. You've been in a marriage. You just said
Marriage?
yourself.
Jesus.
That's part of the.
We've been divorced a
key
few
thing.
times, haven't we, Serge? Had counselling.
There's been a lot of.
Has there?
Been a lot of interest.
I had counselling. Yeah. Got divorced.
Yeah.
You don't need counsel. I need it. But
That's probably again adds
we're
to
all
the
right.
chemistry.
I'm the wife of the band.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful couple. Guys would have lovely babies. Another thing I just want to touch on as well, because when I was going back like through your last 10 years, and I was looking at all the stuff that you guys been up to. The thing that popped up on YouTube, man, your goal in Wembley Stadium, man, in front of 70,000 people.
Old Trafford.
Was it Old Trafford?
Get it right, my friend.
I've scored at Wembley as well. But
you have scored at Wembley?
That's for another day.
Listen.
Well.
Footballing wise, he's done it. Forget it. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is my head. This is my head in. Yeah, it gets on my nerves. He's so good because I can't compete with that.
No, yeah, I can imagine.
Why?
What do you make of Serge's goal at Old Trafford?
It's unbelievable. I was there with my baby watching it, screaming. She was asleep. Mimi was 2 days born, and Chris come over, the bass player, and here is this blue shirt, his hair, and he just chipped David Seaman. I was screaming. It was honestly to watch it, relive it.
No, it's good.
What was going through your mind?
For the moment.
You went crazy, didn't you?
I can't say what it'd feel like to score a really important goal, like an FA Cup final.
No, but it was important because
it was the first goal.
No, it was important. But what I mean is, like,
one touch.
If it genuine, like, if you were playing for your country
effortless.
or the team,
He made it look effortless. And he walked. He was like so pumped, weren't you? You were like pale and
5
pumped.
minutes,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got.
You must have thought at this point, I don't care if we win or lose.
Did they take you off?
I've just done that.
I wasn't interested there.
Yeah?
Did they take you off?
No, God, no, don't say that.
No, I'm saying.
That's what Dalglish said. I can't remember if he took you off at half time. I said, no, I didn't play the second half.
As YouTube videos go, you must have watched that, because that's cracking on 700,000.
You watch it loads, don't you?
I've seen that a few times.
Yeah. I bet you
been shown it a few times.
I show him it when we're in a bedroom having a few drinks.
Yeah, I bet
Remind
you
him.
Get it up on a big screen. Do it in slow motion.
Yeah.
And the other thing as well, what's crazy is you're there, you're doing your celebration, and Will Ferrell runs up to celebrate with you. That must again be a moment as a band when you think,
no, it was odd. It was odd.
the back of a transit van 1 year next to
Seedorf.
Clarence
But
Seedorf.
they've all got the same story, like Will Ferrell will probably tell you the same when he was playing some comedy circuit, and Nolan was there. And I'm sure Clarence Seedorf was saying when I was playing on the car park behind. It's kind of everyone has their story of the innocent beginnings. You know?
Let's talk about V Festival now, because our big festival.
That festival.
We're very excited, obviously, at Virgin.
Yeah.
Are you guys excited about playing firstly, headlining V?
Well, yeah, of course. Headlining any festival is amazing, and we played it a few years ago, and that was unbelievable. And then we went against Radiohead as well, weirdly enough.
That was some years ago.
And we buried Radiohead, weirdly enough, crowd-wise. But yeah, of course, we're very proud, humble, and good people. Yeah.
And what can the fans expect from your shows? You got anything lined up? I know that you guys like to bust out a cover. I saw recently a Sesame Street Beach Boys mashup.
Yeah, no.
Quite inspired, I've got to say.
Yeah. No, there's a few little surprises. We've got we're on some incredible form. And it's going to be the last show we do in Britain for a while. So it's a kind of like a sign off the record. So
you're going to go nuts, go all out.
In a perfect way, yeah.
Do you find headlining? Which you guys are obviously doing a lot now. Is it tougher to headline? Because all the other bands, they come, they do their thing, they then chill in with a beer, they can enjoy the rest of that.
It's completely the opposite, man.
It's just like...
It's what you aspire to do. Because you just get there late, everything's set up, everyone's...
you're pound for pound, man, you're the main fight.
But it is so much easier because you don't have to get out of bed till like 3 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
When we're starting out, we would be on at 3 in the afternoon, It's great.
I was going to say then, does that mean you guys, is there anyone on the bill that you guys want to check out? Have you seen the full lineup?
At V?
Yeah.
Is that guy from Essex with the hat? Silly hat, yeah, he's lovely.
Yeah,
check him out.
Yeah.
No, he's all right. He doesn't mean any wrong. He's all right.
No.
He's nice.
I think he's done the last 4 or 5 minutes his local gig.
Of course, it's Essex, mate. What you expect.
Yeah. You guys also obviously headline Glastonbury. Got to ask you, what did you make of this year's headliners?
We were working, so we didn't.
You haven't a chance to see.
I mean, I sort of I maybe got caught like a few things, but yeah, we did the whole weekend working.
Where are we, Serge? Belgium.
We had 2 gigs in Holland and then Belgium. Yeah, we sort of missed it this year. So.
We seen the lovely Kanye.
Yeah, Kanye didn't. You know, first 3 songs were great, but then after that, it's just.
That Bohemian Rhapsody thing he did was massive. Yeah, I mean,
it's a big,
Jesus, what's he doing?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, because obviously, because you guys have, you know what it's like to headline Glasgow, you know what sort of a crowd like that needs. And I, like you watch that first couple of songs and it's, you know, these lights and you think this is epic. At some point it's going to reveal something.
No, exactly, it was great. I think it was a great example of how difficult it is to hold a festival anywhere, but especially Glastonbury because the world's watching. And if you don't, you know, if you don't come with the goods, man, then you just get left behind.
Yeah. Serge was saying to me, that's your moment. You got to really step up, and you get found. You get found out quite easily. Look, you two had an awful Glastonbury a few years ago when it rained, and the Stones had a bad Glastonbury. Yeah. People just get found out, you know, and it's sad really on that scale because that's your moment, isn't it? When you got like Serge said, the whole world watches. But Kanye, man, like Serge said, 3 songs, he was burning. The lights were burning him, screaming, pointing. Ridiculous.
Not even a cherry picker could say that.
Do you know what it was? It was a shame because it could have been his time, but just passed him by. You know?
Gone.
Oh, the wind sometimes.
You don't think it's going to be remembered for anything other than the fact it was a bit of a...
Sometimes it don't work. You know, try again next time, mate.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Honestly.
There you go, Kanye. That's coming from the pros.
Yeah, it is, man.
Listen, it is really hot out here. I'm aware that you know we're starting to fry up here on the roof. It must be nearly 30 degrees. Hopefully we'll get this sort of weather at V, man, because that'll be awesome.
It'd be lovely.
But listen, really can't wait for V Festival. Can't wait to see you guys there. Looking forward as well to a brand new record. It's going to be ace. But will you catch up with us again at V Festival?
Yeah, man, we'll be there.
If you want us, you know where we are.
Hey, wicked.
We'll
We'll come get you.
Thanks, man.
Tom, Serge,
bless you, my friend.
Take care,
Thank you.